Morgen der Nachmittag 26 bis 31 am Wasser bei auflandigem Wind 18 bis 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pleb. In today's story, Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party get caught spreading misinformation. Yesterday, on Twitter, Katie Telford, Trudeau's chief of staff, gets busted for spreading misinformation about conservatives. As well, tonight, Liberals are now turning on Justin Trudeau over the housing crisis, demanding that Trudeau cut down immigration numbers. And in our last story, the Trudeau divorce memes just keep piling in. We're going to cover it on today's report, so stick around. Before I start tonight's report, the majority of you guys are not subscribed to my channel. Why is that? Is it because you guys are Trudeau-loving communists? Is it because you guys love pronouns? Is it because the Pleb makes fun of Trudeau way too much on this channel and it triggers you? Is that why you're not subscribed? Guys, subscribe to this channel. Let's fight the fight together and get Trudeau out of office. Welcome to your weekend report. This is the Pleb. Before we get into the Trudeau divorce memes, which is a story we will kick off with today, I just want to say, how many of you guys cannot identify sarcasm? In my last video, I went completely sarcastic, and a lot of you guys commented saying you're unsubscribing from my channel. What the hell? Did Pleb just become a liberal? Oh my God, Pleb loves Justin Trudeau. I knew it. Guys, it's called sarcasm. Some of you guys need to work on it. And to me, detecting sarcasm is a sign of intelligence. And when sarcasm goes above your head, I start losing hope in humanity. So to my subscribers who happen to be a little slower, let me just make it clear. No, I do not support Justin Trudeau. No, I have not become a liberal. No chance. And if you actually think that, you're absolutely batshit crazy. So it's now been like, what, 3 or 4 days since the Trudeau separation, and the memes keep piling in. For example, from Josh Mahal here, Pete Davidson and Sophie Trudeau. Now, the funny thing is here is that how many of you guys watching this video could actually see this happening? I know I can. Or this one, this Photoshop here, saying Sophie Trudeau moved on pretty fast. It wouldn't surprise me to see Pete Davidson holding Sophie Trudeau's hand. This guy literally slays it all. Nothing is making me crack up more than this meme here with Justin Trudeau's, forehead band-aid. The meme saying, nothing says I want a divorce like a stiletto heel to the forehead. Did we finally figure out the root of Justin Trudeau's forehead injury? I actually like this theory almost as much as Jagmeet having a belly button ring. Or how about this meme from Derek Smith saying, when you effed an entire country for 8 years instead of your wife? Wow. Damn. But after doing some more digging on this subject, I came up with another theory as to why they possibly got divorced. It'll make sense when you watch this clip.
Some people live without seeing the light. With all the love that I feel when you smile back at me. When you smile back at me.
Oh my God. Imagine waking up every morning and hearing that singing in your shower. Holy shit. But after such a prolific divorce, the left came out and offered their condolences for Justin Trudeau and their support. Like none other than #1 Trudeau influencer on Twitter, Captain Kobe, who comes out and writes, as someone who is divorced, it was a rough time for a while, especially with little kids in the mix. I couldn't effing imagine trying to navigate that while being the PM of Canada. And always in the spotlight. All the best to them both, and hope they find their happiness. Well, I had a response for Kobe because divorce is never funny. It's not funny, guys. So I had to put a response to Kobe saying, I'm sorry to hear that, Kobe. Divorces suck. Are you and your ex-husband still on good talking terms? And then Kobe responds to me saying that he could be cranky from time to time, LOL. Well, regardless if he's cranky, it's good to see Kobe and his ex, on good talking terms for the sake of the kids. Captain Kobe and his ex-husband, you absolutely rock. And it didn't take long for Justin Trudeau to announce that he is single and ready to mingle. According to the Trudeau's Ego account, this is why he's coming out as a member of the 2SLGBTQI+ community by identifying as a two-spirited transgender intersexual gay man. The way anyone who doesn't vote for me in the next election is a hate-filled bigot. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. And before we get to the next story, I just want to give a shout out to George Hampton, who watches my channel, who 3D printed a statue of Justin Trudeau and posted on Twitter. I want you guys to see this. Let me know if this actually looks accurate. Perfect. That is literal perfection. Anybody can tell that's Justin Trudeau, right? That is the best, most accurate statue I have ever seen. That statue of Trudeau is 1,000,000 times more accurate than this statue of Cristiano Ronaldo that came out a couple of years ago. That doesn't even look like Ronaldo, but George Hampton's statue looks exactly like Justin Trudeau. And speaking of Justin Trudeau, the Rebel put out a compilation clip, which is absolutely hilarious, showing Justin Trudeau contradicting his own words yet again. My favorite type of ads. Just let Trudeau talk. That's the absolute perfect attack ad. Let's watch the clip. Trudeau versus Trudeau. Perfect title there, by the way.
There are challenges around the cost of living, but you don't solve problems by scaring people.
Nice bandage,
by stirring
stupid.
up anger.
Unfortunate that people who chose not to get vaccinated are now the ones clogging up our ICU systems and our hospital beds that should be available for people who did their work.
By stirring up anger.
Trying to bring people together is not always compatible with science, with respect for human rights, with the best way to move things forward.
That's not Canada. That's not how we build a stronger future. That's not how we've gotten through the challenging times we've had in the past. Canadians roll up their sleeves and get to work and build. We partner with people. We don't pick fights with mayors.
If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's your choice. But don't think you can get on a plane or a train besides vaccinated people and put them at risk.
So I won't be stirring up anger. I will be pointing out where his proposals are irresponsible and unserious. But I will stay focused on solving the challenges Canadians are facing rather than exploiting them for political gain, like Pierre Poilievre does.
That's why we've been unequivocal.
Like Pierre
If you
Poilievre.
want to get on a plane or a train in the coming months, you're going to have to be fully vaccinated. So families with their kids don't have to worry that someone is going to put them in danger in the seat next to them or across the aisle.
I'm not going to stir up anger like Pierre Poilievre does. You know, one thing about liberals is when they accuse their opponents of doing something messed up, it's because they are projecting and doing it themselves. Did you guys catch this tweet the other day from Pierre Poilievre? Apparently, Justin Trudeau violated the Charter of Rights of the women and men who protect all our Charter of Rights, our military members. He should apologize for dividing, discriminating, and demonizing Canadians. So wow, something we knew all along, apparently the mandates were unconstitutional. Go figure. And shout out to Leslyn Lewis, much respect, who has not stopped talking about this since day one. This woman has my ultimate respect, an absolute top G. And of course, one of the biggest V pushers, Adam Kayak, came out, completely triggered. Let's put on the music to read this tweet here. Our government's COVID measures increased military operational readiness and allowed us to deploy personnel when they were needed, hospitals and long-term care facilities. These conservatives are more interested in peddling conspiracy misinformation than keeping Canadians safe. And a shout out to the anti-taxer who responded to Adam saying, the Canadian Armed Forces left the last long-term care in July of 2020. The V mandate came into effect of October 2021. I award this tweet 5 Marco Mendoncinos. I mean, as far as, you know, the jab goes, many people on Twitter don't even believe that Trudeau actually got it, including this registered nurse who did a video breakdown of it. Let's watch the clip. Even certified nurses don't even believe that Justin Trudeau really took it. I mean, just watch this video here I found on Rumble.
Nurse, and I watched that video of Justin and Sophie Trudeau supposedly getting their COVID vaccine, and I could spot this from a mile away, but they made a big error. Actually, they made 2 errors when they were receiving that shot. So I'm going to review this with you because I don't think that they actually did get a vaccine. I bet you that that needle had a retractable needle on it or something. And here's why. Okay, so notice how she's giving him the injection and she hasn't done any landmarking. And watch what she does here. She gives it with one arm, one hand. She's not even touching his arm and landmarking where his deltoid is.
That's weird.
Second of all, there was another mistake she made. She makes the same mistake on Sophie. Look at this. No landmarking. She's just one handing it in. Nobody does that. You don't give IM injections that way.
Wow.
Okay, this YouTube clip shows you how you're actually supposed to deliver an IM injection into the deltoid, and you'll see that they landmark by cupping their hand over the top of the deltoid. Here are some news clips of people receiving a vaccine via IM injection.
Damn.
And notice how every single one of them, they are landmarking. Sometimes they're not landmarking correctly, but they are landmarking. Nobody is sitting back and sticking that vaccine in like it's a dart.
Busted.
It just doesn't work that way.
But we know how the Liberals like to roll, always spreading lies and misinformation, right? Even this week, they got busted yet again. Trudeau's chief of staff, Katie Telford, was caught spreading blatant misinformation and got called out by Twitter's new community notes. And it all was because of this tweet. If you look here, she writes, Canada has 0 pro-choice conservative MPs, Watchdog says. Read the community note under here. It says, Bill C-311 is a 78-word bill that does not contain the word abortion. The bill is to protect a pregnant woman who is aggravating circumstances for the purpose of sentencing. You can never put it past a liberal to just lie to you right in the face. It's what they do best. And a special shout out to Melissa Lanceman, who clapped back at Chrystia Freeland and Katie Telford. She quote tweeted Katie Telford and wrote fixed it. Based on the tweet the other day that Freeland put out, she writes, Katie, I am disappointed to see you peddling blatant misinformation. You know things are really bad when the Liberals start talking about abortion and spreading lies. This is the reason why. Absolute desperation. Look at the latest odds that came out on Polling Canada. A CPC odds of outcome, 50% CPC minority, 38% majority. Holy crap. That majority percentage keep going up, and a liberal minority at 10%. No wonder they are freaking out right now. They are being clobbered. The Liberals are willing to do anything, even lie. Just listen to Pierre's own words and his stance on abortion.
Poilievre government would not introduce or pass legislation restricting abortion.
I mean, can it be any more clear than that? Why are the Liberals trying to bring up the abortion debate? Nobody wants to change the laws here. So you guys really need to find a new issue to lie about. And in our last story, the housing crisis is getting worse and worse to the point where now Liberals are turning on Justin Trudeau. Watch this clip of this base lady from British Columbia explaining the housing crisis.
How do you think the government can address the housing affordability crisis in Canada?
I think the government is bringing in immigrants and refugees, which I think is wonderful and great. But you know what? We don't have the infrastructure. And I'd say, put a hold and get houses built for these people. We're getting tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people coming in the past 5-10 years. And there's no place to live. Where are these people going to live? Trudeau keeps bringing all these people in and there's no housing. And the food banks are dry. There's nobody giving to food banks. He brings these people in and they don't have jobs. So how are they going to live without housing and without jobs to buy groceries? It's just absolutely insane. And it doesn't take a space rocket scientist to figure that out. My parents came as immigrants. My father came in 1928. Right the next day he started his job. He had a job to come to. He came from Croatia. Now these people come here. They don't have a house to come to. They don't have groceries. They don't have a job. They don't have language skills. Like even learning a language is a problem.
It's so expensive.
Nothing seems to be in order. There's so much chaos and disruption in this country now. It's just one thing after another. It just gets worse as every day that goes on. It's just worse and worse. And I think Trudeau, with all his immorality and all his problems, I think he has to give up.
Even the most progressive, okay, shapeshifter, for example, is the most progressive wacko I have in my timeline, who is a Olivia Chow fan, super progressive pronouns, all that stuff. Even he's waking up and not drinking the Kool-Aid here, saying it's like liberals really want to lose in 2025. While we need immigration to keep up with our aging population, our cities can't handle even more increased targets. Raising targets from 500K to even higher will worsen all the crises we currently have. Isn't it nice to see that the liberals are finally waking up? It gives me a little hope. And one more little laugh here before we end things off. Look at what the weather news looks like in Germany. They literally have the screen burning on fire for 30 degrees Celsius, which to me is a normal summer day. Can this clown world ever end? All right, guys, I kept you here long enough for today's report, but I'll ask you guys a question to end this off here. Do you guys think that the housing crisis and the immigration targets are going to be the red pill that finally flips liberal voters over to conservative? Do you guys think that Pierre Poilievre actually found the issue? It's funny because earlier in his leadership campaign, he was talking about these things, and now Justin Trudeau is copying him and finally acknowledging that this is a real crisis. This is something Pierre Poilievre has been talking about for over a year now. And now the liberals are copying him. So do you guys think this is going to be the issue that makes the liberals finally wake up? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. If you guys enjoy this type of coverage, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. My name is the Pleb. This was today's report, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.